According to the National Electrical Code, specifically regarding receptacle installation, accessibility is paramount. Receptacles must be readily accessible, meaning they can be reached without removing obstacles. Installing a receptacle behind a cabinet door, even if it's within a certain distance of the cabinet edge or top, presents an accessibility issue. This inaccessibility violates the NEC intent, which prioritizes safety. Consider a scenario where an appliance plugged into the receptacle malfunctions and needs to be unplugged quickly. A cabinet door obstructing access hinders this emergency response, potentially escalating the hazard. The code emphasizes usability and safety, ensuring electrical connections can be readily disconnected when needed. Therefore, simply meeting dimensional requirements near a cabinet does not automatically guarantee code compliance. The key factor is unobstructed access to the receptacle itself. The NEC doesn't provide specific measurements regarding cabinet overhangs or distances from the top of cabinets, but its broad accessibility requirements are interpreted to mean that obstructions like cabinet doors violate the code. Instead of placing the receptacle behind a cabinet door, explore alternative locations, such as the side of the cabinet, the wall above the cabinet, or even inside the cabinet, if the receptacle can remain accessible. For example, some under-cabinet lighting solutions incorporate accessible receptacles. However, ensure that any in-cabinet receptacle complies with any other relevant codes pertaining to the particular application. Consider the ease of plugging and unplugging devices during regular use. Is the location awkward or difficult to reach, even without the cabinet door? Also, consider potential obstructions other than the cabinet door itself. Could items stored within the cabinet block access to the receptacle? Accessibility also applies to maintenance and inspection. Electrical inspectors must be able to easily examine the receptacle to verify proper wiring and functionality. A hidden receptacle hinders this process. When determining placement, also consider the type of receptacle. A standard duplex receptacle will need more clearance than a low-profile receptacle. Think about the wire fill inside the electrical box. Overcrowded boxes can lead to overheating and potential fire hazards, and also make it harder to access the receptacle. The NEC mandates sufficient working space around electrical equipment for safety and maintenance. While this often refers to larger equipment like panels, the principle applies to receptacles as well. In addition to the NEC, local building codes may have additional requirements regarding receptacle placement. Always consult with the local authority having jurisdiction, often referred to as the AHA, to ensure full compliance. The AHA has the final say on code interpretation and enforcement. Review Chapter 4 in the NEC, specifically Articles 404, 406, and 408 for rules that are related to switches, receptacles, and panel boards. Article 210 covers branch circuits, and this article contains the requirements for where receptacles are required for dwellings or commercial occupancies. The requirements for dwellings and commercial occupancies differ. The NEC is not a design manual, but it sets the minimum standards for safety. Following NEC guidelines ensures a safe and functional electrical system. Poor receptacle placement can lead to overloaded circuits, damaged cords, and increased risk of electrical shock or fire. Always prioritize safety and code compliance when planning electrical installation. The role of an electrician is not only to install electrical components but also to ensure that all installations adhere to safety standards and code requirements. A qualified electrician will be familiar with the NEC and local codes and can advise on the best location for receptacles based on the specific circumstances. Consider the future use of the receptacle. Will it primarily be used for small appliances, or might it need to accommodate larger loads? The required ampacity of the circuit and the receptacle must be adequate for the anticipated load. Using the wrong type of receptacle can create a hazardous situation. A standard 15 amp receptacle should not be used on a 20 amp circuit unless there are multiple 15 amp receptacles on the circuit. Check the voltage rating of the receptacle to ensure it matches the circuit voltage. Connecting a 120 volt appliance to a 240 volt receptacle will likely damage the appliance and could create a fire hazard. It is recommended to use tamper-resistant receptacles, especially in areas accessible to children. These receptacles have internal shutters that prevent foreign objects from being inserted, reducing the risk of electrical shock. Ground fault circuit interrupter, or GFCI, protection is required for receptacles in certain locations, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. GFCIs protect against electrical shock by detecting ground faults and quickly interrupting the circuit. Arc fault circuit interrupter, or SI, protection is required for receptacles in many areas of the home, particularly in bedrooms. SIs protect against fires caused by arc faults, which are dangerous electrical discharges. The specific requirements for GFCI and SI protection vary depending on the location and the edition of the NEC being enforced. Keep up to date with the latest code requirements to ensure compliance. The NECs are updated every 3 years, so it is important to stay informed about any changes. The NEC includes tables that provide guidance on wire sizes, conduit fill, and other important electrical calculations. Understanding how to use these tables is essential for safe and compliant electrical installations. Proper grounding is crucial for electrical safety. Ensure that all receptacles are properly grounded to provide a path for fault current and reduce the risk of electrical shock. Use appropriately sized conductors for the circuit. Undersized conductors can overheat and cause a fire. Properly terminate all wiring connections. Loose connections can cause arcing and overheating. Use the correct type of wire connectors for the application. Avoid mixing different metals, such as copper and aluminum, as this can lead to corrosion and connection problems. Use appropriate strain relief for cords and cables to prevent damage to the wiring connections. Protect wiring from physical damage by using conduit or other protective measures. Properly label all circuits and equipment. Clear labeling helps to prevent confusion and errors during maintenance and troubleshooting. Regularly inspect electrical systems for signs of damage or wear. Promptly address any issues to prevent potential hazards. Hire qualified electricians for all electrical work. Working with electricity can be dangerous, and it is important to have the knowledge and skills necessary to do the job safely. Obtain all necessary permits before starting any electrical work. Permits ensure that the work is inspected and complies with code requirements. Follow manufacturer's instructions for all electrical equipment. Using equipment improperly can create a safety hazard. Do not overload circuits. Overloading can cause overheating and potentially start a fire. Avoid using extension cords as a permanent solution. Extension cords are intended for temporary use only. Keep electrical equipment away from water. Water can conduct electricity and create a shock hazard. Teach children about electrical safety. Educating children about the dangers of electricity can help to prevent accidents. In case of an electrical emergency, immediately call emergency services. Be aware of the location of the main electrical panel and how to shut off the power in case of an emergency. The NEC contains many detailed requirements, so it is essential to consult the code itself for specific guidance. The NEC is available for purchase from the National Fire Protection Association (NFPA). Many online resources can also provide information about the NEC and electrical safety. However, it is important to verify the accuracy of any information found online. The NEC is a complex document, and it can be difficult to understand. Consider taking an electrical code course to learn more about the NEC and electrical safety. Work to continuously improve electrical safety knowledge and skills. Staying up to date with the latest codes and best practices helps to prevent accidents and ensure safe electrical installations. While the electrician may think that behind a cabinet is the best place, it is always recommended to place electrical boxes in an easy-to-get-to place.